Okay, this is going to be the eighth episode in my quest here to get a bard for an ultra ending. I think I mislabeled the last episode as six. It was actually seven. So this one is eight. Okay, and we're working on Songmaster. Um, the biggest problem he has right now is he's cursed, and I did a little bit. Well, actually, when I was going back doing the let's see here. Uh, Going back and looking at the actual like footage from the other videos and making sure everything was like good and all that. That was when I determined that actually I may only need about maybe seven more creatures to sack, and yeah, we got like okay, this is really good. So we found a tension room close to the staircase, and I'm just going to go ahead and lead all these guys back to the shrine on this level. Let's actually go this way. Okay. Try to pick everybody that we can. Well, okay. Um, hmm. All right, let's hope we don't kill this guy in one hit. I want to make it. Man, all right, we're killing stuff in one hit now, but I want to make. Okay, well, at any rate, the goblins will probably enough. So I'm sure there was seven goblins in that tension room, and that based on what I was looking at as I had looked at the video where we went from 1,000 to 3,000 and saw how many um monsters it took. Alright, and I think that one determined we were probably getting about 500 piety for these monsters. Okay, all right. So that being said, um, it was probably going to take maybe about, I think I estimated about 17 to so I don't drop that rat corpse. About 17 to actually get the amount that we need to get up to get uncursed, and we've already done about 10. As I went when I went back and looked at other videos, I saw that we had sacked probably about 10 creatures and a few corpses. You don't get as much obviously for the corpses. Well, and that reminds me, I can actually sack that corpse as well. Okay. Alright, and I think once we get our luck status fixed, we'll be in the driver's seat because we've got definitely a good amount of protective value, a very good amount of defensive value, and we've got 7 league boots, and we've got the girdle of greed. When we're apologize for coughing there. When we're actually able to start accruing money at some point, and that'll probably be a while because the next thing that I want to do is to start getting as much money as we can in training stats. We want to try to get our learning up. That way we can actually get more skill increases at level. Alright, I'm pretty sure Black Earthlings are chaotic. Let's see. Okay. And I think maybe before we actually go back or go to the dwarf town, I'll probably go back and get my guy to help us out in the big room in case we run into a vortex because my missile skills aren't cutting it for the time being. Although I did one hit that orc, I'm not confident I can one hit a vortex. So I'm pretty sure our guy's pretty strong, and I apologize for coughing there again. Can probably take out, uh, or can probably at least take the hit from uh, vortexes at that level. Okay. All right. So, and that tension room was like, and that was like a timely tension room there, especially like right at the very beginning of this like next level. All right, we'll go ahead and lead this guy back. I don't count how many we've done. I think that's about 3. So if we don't actually get it 7, it should be close to 7. I don't need to be picking up them tiny corals. Uh, okay, so we'll say that's 4. Alright, ratlins are neutral. Okay. Uh, now, I'm going to be putting up probably you feel relieved. I think we just got it. Let me double check. Let me see here. Well, hmm, okay, terrible gloom being lifted means you've been granted the fate smiles. Let's see here. Deity removes. Cursed. Okay. I'm almost willing to bet that when it says you feel relieved, that got rid of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave one more creature back here and see what the message is, and then I'll be able to tell where I'm at as far as like piety, and then we'll know for sure. Hmm. All right, that guy didn't walk the correct way. Oh, no, we do not want to like backstab him. All right, seems to be very close to you. Okay, we do have it now. That is the petty level that that your deity removes cursed and doomed intrinsics. So that means that we're officially. I'll just I guess just for the heck of it, I'll go ahead and sack that kobold corpse because I don't want to eat it. Let's see here. Okay, alright, so at this point we should be in the 15,000 range. We sacked one creature after that. It's probably about 500. Let's say a corpse gives less than 500, so we'll probably say we're around 15,800. Alright, so uh, at this point, I'm considering going for a pre-crown because we've still got plenty of like guys to work with in that tension room. Um, let's see. To get a pre-count, we would need 15 more thousand plus 10,000. We would need about 25,000. If we're getting, I think I figured this up already, and I think it was 50, but I'll double check. If we're getting about 500, uh, well, sorry about the cough. It's real difficult to use my calculator on my laptop for some reason. I don't know why. It always like has me double click stuff. Like I'll click like the 5, and instead of like giving me a 5, it'll give me 2 5s. So, uh, well, wait a minute. 5,000 divided by. Okay, that is 50. All right, so I'm gonna like do a quick head count when we go back to the tension room. and see how many guys are in there. If it looks like, and I'll say if there's at least 25, probably not that many in detention room. I'll say there's probably like 9 or 10 or something in the detention room. But then you got to also figure that there's going to be like random encounters on the way back up here. So, and let's say it might be worth going for it, because that means we could actually get a artifact really early in the game. I mean, there's not even been any artifacts generated yet. So, hmm, okay. Alright, so that's one. I'm going to not count them here. Got one. Oh, set the timer. Uh, I've been like cutting all the episodes off here at about 30. If you guys are cool with like longer episodes, I could probably do our episodes. Like I said, I don't think most people do that. I think 30 is usually the general norm, and that might be what most people prefer. I don't know, but if actually, leave that. There we go. Okay. If you guys would be okay with that, just let me know. So if I get a lot of feedback saying, we're okay with our episodes, we might go to that format. Um, and that's completely up to you guys, because I mean I can go either way. I've just been cutting them off here. I don't think it's going to be an issue uh, with the size, because even though my files are like really big um, with the program that I use to capture, uh, I'm using Windows Live Movie Maker, or Windows Movie Maker Live, I think is what it's called, and it actually compresses them a fair amount. It compresses like a wait, hold a second here. Compresses an 8 gig file to. Did that guy like switch alignments on me there? That's weird. And I realize he's friendly, but I guess I'll be okay to step on the shrine with him there. Okay, now why that guy like switched with me? Maybe because maybe he was attacking that goblin, and I like when I sacked him, it killed the goblin. Maybe he like went friendly for that reason. I'm not sure. All right, so that's two. Throw another in plus there. And of course, when I started, I didn't really have the intention of going for a pre-count, and that's not something I normally do. But since we got stuck having to go all the way up to that amount of PD to begin with, and we're pretty close, we're only like one mark away, which pretty close in this instance is still double. But let's see, so we're at three. Let's see. Yeah, I think we've done three. This will be our fourth one. All right, that's four. Okay. Uh, yeah. I mean, I think we really were, in this situation. Might as well go ahead and try to get it. I'm gonna try to ate that centipede corpse again, because I don't think I got. This one's definitely uncursed. I think I got. Yeah, okay. Your throat feels very rough and your stomach burns. Okay, now I think I actually have poison resistance. I don't think I got it the first time that I ate one of those corpses. It might have been cursed, because I don't think it was an identified corpse. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I think we'll be okay to move on here because the creatures here really can't do any damage to me. Okay, I probably wouldn't have went for the pre-counter except that we had that tension room. Let's see here. I hate having to walk over that pit every time, but I guess it's helping with training my alertness, maybe. Let's see. It's funny how nobody ever attacks Jared. So I think we've brought umpteen creatures to this room, and no one has ever felt the need to attack him. Which hope obviously we don't want him to get killed, but I just thought that was kind of odd. Okay. All right. Continue to work on my missile skills. Oh, go ahead and sack that corpse because we don't need the. Well, I don't know. I might need the food. I don't want to have to go back up. Hey, it'd be nice if he would get out of my way. I don't want to have to go back up and buy food, so. Okay. Yeah, we're running a little low on food. Okay, so I think that was 5. Switch that. So it's 5. Uh, well, suck. Hey, we need to do something about that bugbear. Man, I can't command him because he's technically not my companion, but he's friendly. Well, okay, maybe that won't happen again. I didn't like the fact that he fought my goblin that I was getting ready to sack and killed it. Yeah, and I think sacking, even though I could technically sack him, I think sacking friendly creatures, I'm sure is a big no-no as far as your alignment goes. So we don't actually want to get our alignment changed to something other than neutral at this point. Let's see here. Okay, favors me. Let's see. Hold up. It says he favors you. Let's see. Hmm. I'm not sure what he favors you means. Let me check here. So I'm not too familiar with doing pre-crowns. Let's see here. Okay, it does say pre-post crown. You have to be at least 30,000. Okay. Let's see. Requirements. Crowning itself requires extremely close and costs 40,000 piety, but does not reduce you below 20,000 piety. So effectively, the cost is 10,000. Okay. Let's see here. Um. Oh, now hold up. It says sometimes, usually there is a special pre/post crowning that costs only 10,000 piety. Huh. Okay. The rest use the formula above, but all cost an extra 10,000 more than the formula would suggest. So it's not very clear there. Doesn't give any circumstances that you would get that special pre/post crown. And of course, the formula is character level must be greater or equal to 8 plus 3 times the number of artifacts generated. So we meet that requirement, and that we've had no artifacts generated. So that would be 3 times 0, which would be just 8. So make sure there's not a minimum level. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Jared. Let's see here. Um, okay. Says I can heal 5 more times. Okay, so alright, so at this point I'm max hit points, max magic points, and I'm not hungry. I'm gonna try praying and see what happens. If it doesn't give it to me, I don't think the petty loss will be that big because it won't give us anything, and then we'll just keep trying. Let's see here. Okay, prayer remains unheard. All right, so okay, we're not high enough yet, um, so we'll keep going. So it's giving me like messages that it doesn't list on my chart here as being messages. Let's see. Okay. The message we should be looking for is deity seems to be absolutely close to you. And I didn't expect that I would have had enough pity yet because I've only sacked 5 guys. Okay. Let's wait till this other one gets here and pull them both up at the same time. Okay, says he favors me. Okay, apparently him favored me is what we're considered to be at. That's not showing on my list here. I don't know. Um, well, let's see. What does 6, 7? Okay. All right. So when it changes, the next one up. Okay, okay. So I'm thinking, all right. So possibly saying he favors you may be the replacement for you feel very close to deity. Maybe it depends on like what different alignment you are or something. All right. So the next one that it changes to should mean we're at 30,000. I believe we want to be at 40,000. So once it changes, then at that point we'll count down 10,000, assuming that we get around 500 each time, and then we'll try to pray again. Okay, that will be 8. Check my time here. Last game time 15 days. All right, no problem there. Um, One of the reasons I was checking the time, I didn't expect it to be an issue at this point, but um, there's actually one of the things that you have to do to get the um, ultimate ending is you have to receive a certain artifact, and the artifact is given by a certain boss. Ooh, okay. Uncourse Person of Invisibility. That was a decent steal. And to fight that guy, you can only fight him on certain days. Um, the day, I think it's called Dark Day or something, Darkness. All right, it happens every 30 days. So on like day 30, day 60, day 90, day 120, day 150, all right, those days you can actually um, fight him. It has to be at a certain time too. It has to be between the hours of 23 and 24, 2300, 2400. So it's supposed to be like midnight on that day. All right. So, so you got to keep track of how much game time that you've actually played. So, all right, that way, so you know, all right, when to actually go do that. And all right, at this point, we've only got 15 days. We're obviously not going to be prepared to fight him on day 30. I think on my last playthrough, it was like actually 150 days before I fought him, but I probably spent too much time on the Outland. Time in dungeons isn't that big of an issue, but spending time, all right, useless Jared would stay out of my way. All right, spending time on the outside, walking around, actually takes up some game time. And of course, now I have the 7 league boots, so that's going to reduce my walking time when I'm outside as well. I'm not sure how much, but it reduces it by an amount. So, okay, I think I sec 2 more there, so I think it puts us at 10. Man, he will not get out of my way. Wow. Oh, that's a cat. Okay. Man, so we're gonna have even more like people in our way here. Um, Man, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tame that cat and I'm gonna lock him in a room somewhere. Actually, I'll take him back up to the next level. Is what I'll do. Let's drop him off there. Okay. I'll do a quick walk around here and see if there's any like guys on this level I can lead down. Oh, never mind. It's Nah, I guess I'll just like go back. I think there's probably still some goblins in that tension room. Alright, so for corpse, no corpse. Dude, one of those goblins actually hit me. Block the goblin side master. No, I guess I just looked at my. I looked at my. I must have looked at my armor wrong or my hit points wrong. Alright, favors me. Favors me. Okay. Haha, an uncursed wand of far slaying. Okay, wand of far slaying is actually a key item. I mentioned earlier I was talking about that boss that we're going to end up having to fight at some point to get what we actually the artifact you actually have to get from him is the Chaos Crown. Okay, now he's actually a pretty tough guy. Most creatures, their corrupt effect only happens when they hit you in melee. All right, he actually works different than that. He actually has a breath attack that can corrupt you on top of course doing a lot of damage. All right, so I think he's immune to fire acid. He's immune to like at least one of the different elements, and obviously he has a lot of hit points. So, okay, I mentioned earlier when I was talking about the importance of alertness. Okay, and I said there was a trick we might use to kill like a certain boss. Okay, that's the boss I was talking about. Okay, when we actually get to him, what I'm probably gonna do, regardless of how strong my guy is, since it's so easy, is the first thing I want to do is I'll throw a potion of cure poison, assuming we have one, which at that point we should, at him. And what that does is that like stuns him. Okay, I don't don't know why. I guess because maybe he's a poison creature or something. I don't know, but that actually stuns him. All right, and while he's stunned there, the area that we fight him in is a small area. It's like he's like in kind of inside of a building, and the walls are maybe only about 10 spaces apart or something. All right. So what we'll actually do is once we've got him stunned, is we'll stand a few steps away from him. All right, and then we'll zap our wand of far slaying with about 200 charges. At that point, we should have 200 magic points, no problem. Not sure what the alignment is on a homunculus. I don't know. I'll probably stick with the goblins. Okay, and then what'll happen is the if you look at the wand of far slaying as an item there on the wiki, you'll see it does 1 to 6 points of damage. You're thinking, okay, it's not that great. What's 6 points of damage? Okay, all right. So what actually happens though is when you use the wand of far slaying, you've got the option of putting in a charge amount. It uses your magic points to charge it. Now, that doesn't affect the damage that it does, rather, it affects the range that it has. Alright, so there's apparently no limit to how many points you can put in there. That's two more, putting us at 12. Alright, so the beam itself actually bounces. So what will happen, and I might have to go back, I might have to make a food run here. Um, what'll actually happen is the wall will bounce like back and forth like a million times, like between you and the guy. Now, normally that will be a bad thing because you would be taking damage as well. Okay, you'll notice it just basically ends up rocking the dragon's world because every time that the beam bounces, he takes 1 to 6 damage. All right. So the thing about it is, though, is it's considered combat magic, and as we know, our alertness skill gives us the ability to dodge combat madness magic. So by the time we fight him, we'll obviously be at 100 on our alertness. That won't be an issue. All right, and we should have a pretty decent dex, at least 25, maybe more. Okay. Actually, I'll take it back. We'll have a really high dex because I'm sure I'll have done the bug temple before I fight him. All right, so yeah, we'll probably have like 30 something in the 30s on our dex. All right, so that means we won't get hit very often with the bane. So as long as we've got a couple hundred hit points, and we're fine. And it's going to end up just completely destroying the dragon like immediately. All right, so that's basically what I used to kill that dragon. The first time that I fought him on like a magic user type character, I think it was my elementalist that wasn't able to get an ultimate ending. Um, yeah, that was when I figured that out because I mean he was running out of options. He didn't have a. I think fire is what that guy's immune to. I think he's immune to fire, and for whatever reason, Elementus just didn't have any spells that could damage him. I wasn't in a position at that point. Well, you would never be in a position to melee him. My range attacks weren't doing it, and I basically just had to go in my inventory and look see what I had, and that's what ended up happening. As all the characters I play with, I always try to keep alertness. I had alertness on that guy, so he was a Drakeling too, and yeah, and that's what ended up happening. So that was how I figured that out, and that's the strat I use. So I kind of got long-winded there, but and still good steal on the one of Farce Lane. That was a good steal. Okay, all right. So got those guys pick. All right, so I think we might have sacked one guy while I was talking. So I'm gonna say we're at 13. I'm glad to say that tension room is still holding up. Okay. All right, so that's two more. All right, this puts us at 15. Okay. Ghost portion of water. I'll just go ahead and bless that. Okay. Let's see if I had any potions that I wanted. Well, I don't know. See if I had any potions that I wanted to bless. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and bless those potions of healing. Um, Whenever you use a healing potion, regardless of what type of healing potion, whether it's healing, extra healing, or ultra, as long as that potion is blessed, it has the chance of. Man, okay. And you'll get to see me do that about 15 times a game. Let's see. And I'll mean to dip something and I'll accidentally drink it. Okay. At any rate, we've got one potion left. Um, all right. Good stuff. Okay. All right. So basically, yeah, anytime you drink a potion, a healing potion that's blessed, it gives you the chance to raise your maximum stats. So I'm not going to just drink them, randomly, but if we take some damage at some point, I'll go ahead and gulp it down. Uh, and if you remember, we talked about, I think, in the first episode, what we're going to end up doing with Jared here is at some point when we get a spell book that'll allow us to cure, we're going to bring in a companion and possibly a second companion or a one of monster summoning, and we're going to have them bait on each other, and then we're going to heal them, and what'll happen is Jared will give us a potion of ultimate ultra healing, and it's actually a blessed potion of ultra healing. We won't even have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back for food. We won't even have to bless them, because he'll already have them like blessed for us. Let's see here. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna run back to the. Let's see. I think it did drop a corpse, but I'm gonna need some more in the future here. I'm gonna run back to um, the first town. I think it's Terraneo or something like that. Wait a minute. And get some food. Okay. I'm really happy here that we're not cursed anymore. Uh, and if we can actually get a pre-crown, and it pretty much guarantees that, and this is going to be an awesome run. Oh wow, okay, I have arrows of hunting. I need to hold on to those and not actually use them. Let's see here. I have one arrow of hunting. Okay. I do have 63 rocks though. I think what I'll do is I'll start working on sling of the long shot. That was my timer. Alright. So what I'll do, and I apologize that, and these episodes are probably not too interesting. I do apologize for that, but and the if we're actually able to get a pre-crown, I think that'll make up for it. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna pick up all the corpses. If I don't eat them, I will actually sacrifice them. As I don't normally eat goblin corpses. They actually. Oh, there's a fiddle. Okay, we can sack the fiddle, as I think I already have two instruments. Clubs, sling. Apparently, I missed a lot of stuff here on this level. Okay. Yeah, I forgot. Like we have. Oh no, we do not have problems with the outside anymore because we got rid of our curse status. All right, that we did. Let me see how much I can actually carry. I carry about 100 more. That means, well, that's fine. I'll go ahead and be Strain Plus here for a little bit. Don't like it, but it ain't that big of an issue. Um, let's see here. What I'll do is I'll buy three. All right, then I'll go ahead and eat them and get to bloated. All right, then let's see. Let's see how much money I've actually got. I got 564. Alright, I'll buy that. Okay, I'm bloated. Alright, I'll buy two more, and then I'll dump them off at the beginning of the instance. Or I'll draw. Actually, I don't drop them. I'll just drop stuff. Um, actually, uh, what I'll do is I'll drop everything that we don't need here at the beginning because that's gonna be stuff that we're gonna sell. That way, it'll give us extra. Let's see. Let's see if I can identify those gauntlets. It'll give us extra carrying capacity. Let's see here. What? Okay, that sucked. Man, so they were uncursed gauntlets, but now that I've put them on, they're cursed gauntlets of pace. Well, eh, that's okay. We have Scroll of Uncursing. Okay, get rid of that crap. Well, now that we... Okay, and I clicked the wrong button. I got one more. I gotta make this count. Alright, okay. Alright. Now that we know what gauntlets of pace look like, we won't have to worry about them anymore. And we'll go back to our blessed Dragonhide gauntlets. Alright, so I haven't dealt with gauntlets of pace that much. I didn't run into any apparently in my last run, at least not after, not up until not at the beginning of the game. I'm sure I found some after I had already, like, got the ability to identify stuff. Let's see, much easier. Okay. All right. All right. Now, let's sack all the corpses that I know I'm not going to eat. Okay. Rabid dog. Not going to eat that. Oh, I forgot it's neutral. Okay, alright. Disaster averted. I don't think he done anything to us, but that might have dropped our pity level somewhat. Okay. Yeah, I always do that at least once. Forget sack and neutral. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so rat corpses are neutral. Cursed goblin corpse. That's fine. Okay. I don't know how much it affected our piety. Let's see here. Okay, cobalt corpse is fine. Okay, goblin rockthor corpse is fine. Let's see. Goblin corpse is fine. Did it sack it? Okay. Alright, so I have the flute equipped. I'm going to go ahead and bless one of those. I'm going to bless the harp here because it weighs more. And I'm going to sack it. See, hopefully that'll give us a lot. Ha! Says you feel that he deeply appreciates your gift. So yeah, that's like the favored, I guess, sacrifice for Drakelings. Okay, Rattling Thief Corpse. Rattles are neutral. Actually, I can drop some of those, like drop the bones. Drop the rat corpse. Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of goblins in there. Yeah, I don't think we're actually gonna have a problem. Y'all see how difficult this is. That's something I might consider like putting into my play strategy if this works out pretty good here. Okay. Favors you greatly. Okay, alright, so it's two more guys we sacked, putting us at about 17. There's Cobalt we can sack. Yeah, I'll probably kill him when I make him hostile. Yeah, that's a figured. And he did not drop a corpse. Okay. It's another good thing about this tension room. Everything's hostile from the get go, so I don't have to like and make a roll to like attack it and possibly kill it to make it hostile. A lot of times when you like try to pickpocket stuff, if you fail, to become hostile. But I think my pickpocket's getting a whole lot better. Greatly. Alright, so we got at least two more. Oh, eh. Kind of overshot the. Okay, it's like I got. Backstab increased, detect item increased. Okay, those are both things that we can max, so that's good. Alright, so that's another one, putting us at 18. Stole scroll monster detection, not too bad. So 19. So we're almost halfway there. Minus, oh, actually, yeah, I mean halfway there, and that's not counting the extra stuff that we sacrificed. So, okay, cursed rat corpse. Let's drop that over here. Hmm. Okay. All right. Puts us at 20. Oh, you're also getting a lot of rocks when these rock throwers throw rocks. That'll help us with their sling. Ah, so I need to get Jared to heal me again. Keep falling in the hole. I wish you could actually. I wish I could actually disarm that. You can't disarm pit traps. Uh, but all right, it's two more, putting us at 22. I'm probably going to make sure that I don't use up all of his heals. I don't think it matters as far as getting the potions from him, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I'm going to leave at least one heal in any circumstance from him. Because we're obviously we're not going to be able to get the potions from him like right now. Probably not unless we get really lucky on a drop from a book. Probably not until we hit the library. That was actually where I ended up getting my book last time on my last run. I got it at the library. Let's see. Got a book Cure Light Wounds, and I think I actually also got some castings, and it doesn't take too many. I mean, I only got like I went ahead and picked up like 40 potions from him on my last character, but I didn't use like. I mean, by that point in the game, I was so strong, I really ended up not using them. My toughness was so high that I had 1,000 hit points, so it wasn't as so far as an issue as getting my hit points up. But I can't guarantee that'll be the case in this game. So we'll definitely want. That's why I always take this dungeon. That way I've got that option open if I need it. And actually, I don't think our guy had the has the healing. I don't think our guy actually has the healing skill anyway. So this would have been the. That puts us at 23. This would have been the logical choice anyway. Okay, so this is actually going to fairly quickly. Oh, you know what? My timer went off. I forgot about that. Okay, I was gonna like close out the episode when I came back uh, from buying food. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna sack this guy. Alright. Seems to be extremely close to you. Okay. We've reached 30,000. Okay. Now, at this point, we need about 10 more thousand. 10,000. I estimate we're getting about 500. 20. I'm gonna say, and we're probably getting more than that because that wasn't 50 sacks. All right, so we definitely should. I'm gonna say 20 more, and then we should definitely have it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and save up. I think next episode we should definitely be able to get that pre-crowning. If it doesn't work, oh well, wasted a lot of time. But if it does, and we've got an artifact. All right, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.